and people were asking for more training videos from Wiggles. So this is what happens when I give him a ball. So to teach him this, well, first I had to teach him to fetch a ball, which we did at home because he didn't really know, he didn't naturally know how to fetch a ball. The next thing I had to teach him was when it was too much, because he would sometimes run straight into the middle of people. Because he was too enthusiastic. So if he did that, I would sit down with him, tell him it was too much, and move him. I'd pull him away from the people, sit down with him, and tell him it's too much. And he picked that up fairly quickly and began going near people with the ball and sitting down and seeing if they wanted to play. The other things I had to teach him were to be careful when they were children, which is very much like too much. But he just sits a little bit further away when they're children, because sometimes, obviously, parents don't enjoy having dogs running up to their dogs they don't know running up to their children. And the other important thing I taught him was nervous. I've taught him how to recognise nervous, and we use this for dogs. Oh, there he goes. He reads dogs far better than I do. So for the most part, I don't need to tell him that dogs are nervous. Every now and then I'll see something that he doesn't. But normally I quite often recognise when a dog's nervous from the reaction of the owner, which he doesn't pick up. So if the owner pulls the lead a bit tighter, I'll tell him that dog's nervous. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes the owner with a dog on a lead that is nervous wants that dog to interact. So then I'll tell him the dog's nervous and he just needs to be careful. And he will go and interact with that dog, but he's very careful to do it in the right way. So I use the same instruction when he's playing fetch on the beach. If we ever come across people who are nervous, he understands that he has to stay away from those particular people. Oh, he's gone to make friends with someone new now. You see, he goes near them and then puts the ball down and to see if they'll play. So I use the same command, nervous, when teaching him playing fetch when there are people who are nervous. So he recognises that people are nervous and he shouldn't play with those people. So he'll sit near them, and if someone acts nervous, he will stay away from them. The only slight problem I have with that is if there's a group and most of them want to play and one of them doesn't, he doesn't seem to recognise that very well. So that's something that I'm working on, because technically he's correct. Technically some of those people do want to play with him and one of them doesn't. So I'm working on, if there's one nervous person in a group, he should stay away from the whole group. But this is pretty much our mornings. I go to the beach or the park, I give him a ball, he plays with people, makes friends, makes the world a little bit happier while he's doing it. Okay, have a lovely day. I'm going to go back to playing with my dog.